agriculture in Russia was always very big problem, historically was a big problem. But I would say here it is very important because relations are very good. And you see, maybe it is a privilege of Ivanovo region that we don't have here oil, gas, metal, automobile industries. We have nothing like this, and not very much textile industry, what is left after all reforms. But today, agriculture gets a lot of attention of the governor and Denis Leonidovich. This is true not because of him. I would say
Vice governor
before
over
him,
here.
there was not such a professional, such a brilliant man. And it was more difficult. Right now,
He's smiling.
what is good, I can tell you. The state adopted the laws about subsidizing of agriculture. Before, we never know if we get money at all, when we get, how much we get. We could not rely, we could not put it in our business plan, this money. And this is very bad because we are always planning. We are planning money minimum for half a year. This is important, but usually for a year. We know our incomes and spendings. Now, situation changed absolutely. And during recent 5 years, I should say, they cannot give us a lot. They cannot give us half of military budget, for example, but they give what they should give. We know how much, we know when, and we know conditions which we are to fulfill and get the money minute to minute.
So it's clearly written out and guaranteed and all
Absolutely. And you see,
that. Yeah, very important, very
this
important.
is very important. Plus to that, when we face a problem, when we don't know the answer to some questions, I can just dial personal cell phone any moment to him, to his deputies, to his personal. Dima can always apply, ask questions and get the answer. Or at least they will show us the address where we can get this answer, where we can go, where we can consult. Because I am not an agricultural woman. I am a teacher. I've been working at school 20 years and then in the tour company another 20 years. And I cannot say this is my profession, but this is my fact here.
Awesome.
Dima have not got agricultural education either. He is a pilot. His wife is a was working in home police. So not very many professional agricultural people here.
So you're a pilot. А какой военный?
Да. But now,
Military pilot.
but you see, never late to learn. Never late to learn. And if you are ready to learn,
Yes.
you can achieve.
Yes.
That's all I wanted just to say, but my toast is to brave people who come to this business. You are very brave because you come to Russia, not in a very easy time. Not very many foreigners coming, unfortunately, to Russia now.
More and more
and
will
we
be.
appreciate, especially, we hope so.
Yeah, definitely,
we hope.
definitely.
Dmitry makes it much easier.
Thank you.
A lot of information he gave us.
And thank you very much for it.
Thank you
because
you all.
today it is very big.
Such a warm reception. Yes, we really appreciate it.
Лена!
It's like you breaking down all the stereotypes. Все стереотипы разрушаете.
Спасибо.
All the lies, all the garbage, всю ложь и весь мусор. То есть вы вся прям сметаете очень... да.
Спасибо большое. Лена Большакова! Жену хочу вытащить. I would like to toast to the families who are ready to devote their life to this not very easy business.
Иди сюда.
Да.
Тут за тебя хотят поднять.
Мой тост молочком за семьи, которые рискнули посвятить свою жизнь сельскому хозяйству, нелегкому этому.
They're toasting the families who risk their a lot to dedicate themselves to agriculture. So it's not an easy occupation. So they're very important people and very dedicated. So yeah, toasting with milk, no fire water, just milk.
Of course.
Да? Вкусно, да?
Вкус детства.
Да.
Ой, да,
Вкус
правда.
натуральной жизни. So that's all I wanted to say, and we are open for all your questions. Just any.
Ask away.
I just need to add, our friend, Congressman Taylor, he's still alive, thanks to God, and his family. He has been here many, many times. But now his age and his disease doesn't allow him to travel. Yeah, his pictures are here. Here he is with our former governor, with our former director.
Here's the U.S. congressman who was a co-owner of the enterprise. Which is слева, да, он?
Да.
On the left.
И это
Taylor.
это его идея, это
North
его
Carolina.
And you see, he was,
He
there was a
dragged
big
them
discussion
into this.
before we agreed to do it. Big discussion. Everybody who heard his idea answered him here in Russia. Agriculture is a black hole. Is a black hole.
Crazy,
Don't matter.
crazy, yeah.
Everybody. He said, okay, we'll
Не
try.
проходит.
He wanted to prove, and he decided he proved. And when problems came, he realized he cannot travel. Last time his family came, he has 3 sons. They are not so dedicated to agriculture, but they know about his project. They know Russia. We are in touch. IP phone on the table of Dimo's table is a direct connection with him. He is always in touch by phone with us. Of course, he is very upset about the relations between Russia and US now. Of course, he is upset. He was in the Congress when Bush elder was the president. They were a very close friend. He was in charge of appropriation subcommittee of budget committee in the House of Representatives. So in charge of budget. At his time, American budget was with big proficit. Now time changed, but we believe with him that it is always like this. And he asked only about one thing. He asked not to sell the hotel, Suzdalin, not to sell the farm. He asked to keep it as a business. It was important for him not to get some money from it, but to see that it is developing. And of course, the hotel paid back the money much quicker and fully. The farm did not manage to pay back all the money, but only because he insisted of additional financing, because initially it was not enough. The financing he invested, he realized too many projects, it was not enough. So he needed to add to renew the equipment, to take good care. So this is the story, but we are in touch and he is fully satisfied. And if you ever have a chance to speak to him, he would answer the same. He's very, very educated man, and we very much appreciate our friendship and our relationships. Because it was his idea, and the result, we are here.
Right. No, it's amazing that the U.S. congressman was like a force to get this project off the ground. That's quite impressive and unusual. And yes. So
He's simply unusual man because he knows Russian history better than we do, and Russian literature and Russian culture. And he said that maybe when he was a child, he was stolen from Russia. But this is a joke, of course.
Yeah, it just goes to show that there is space for improvement of relations.
Of course.
For sure.
Simply, he is very educated man. He knows everything. Bon appétit.
Thank you for your good words. Thank you.
We are open for your questions.
I don't have any questions right now. Just it's very good to see this side of the world. You know, I came from the west side, from the United States. We've lived almost 4 years in the Philippines. That's all the way around the world. Now we come halfway back and a little bit north, actually from the Philippines, a lot north, and seeing the different cultures, the different farming things. It's just especially from the Philippines to here is night and day difference. From here to the United States, there's some difference.
Yes, of course.
But, and I have my own ideas on how to do things maybe slightly different. And I think for us, it would be better. And if we start farming around here, I hope that I can bring some ideas that maybe somebody else says, oh, I like that.
Переводи остальным.
This doesn't, all reporting doesn't take too much time at all. Everything is online, but it is interesting for us
Марина
how to
Михайловна,
increase productivity.
возможности сотрудничества всегда есть.
They're always open for cooperation in every field and sphere. And
But I remember first thing which Congressman Taylor tells us when he came here and saw how we organize everything. You do not realize how well you live here, because we cannot bring the cattle to the river and let it drink from the river. It is totally prohibited, at least in North Carolina, from the river. The huge penalties. Там нельзя, чтобы поить из речки. We can. And many other things. Price for the land is much lower. There, much lower. And though they make more and more restrictions, but still most of them are so, but reasonable. They, to keep nature, I should say, first of all. It's important too. So here we said, in Russia they used to complain, this is bad, this is awful, this is terrible, this is so bad, very bad indeed. It's very good. You don't know. You know how you live, but you don't know how other people in other countries live.
exactly, in
And
Russia,
how
this
they
stereotype is very bad, very bad. Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
usually tell people, stop complaining, stop talking, start walking.
That's right. Stop talking and start working.
So, да.
Дай Марина слово сказать.
One question, what are you using for weed control on your corn?
Марина Михайловна, переведите.
Что мы используем для контроля за семенами?
Не, как вы с этими с сорняками боретесь в кукурузе?
Хороший вопрос.
Закупаем
Herbicides.
химикаты и обрабатываем опрыскиватели.
Yeah, sprinkle with herbicides, basically. Yeah.
Сейчас есть проблема с сорняками, потому что ливни. Тоже за дождем обрабатывать не успеваем, потому что смывает все.
Lots of weeds this season because it's very rainy. So
Несколько дней стояла солнечная.
yeah, so the rains wash away the chemicals. So they have to pick and choose the weather. So they have several days of the sun. So chemicals have the time to soak through.
Я все еще
We
знаю.
know there are many drawbacks in the fields of wheat, with wheat and so on, many drawbacks. But the key question for us to grow this wheat at all and to grow this corn at all, because during Khrushchev time, everybody was growing corn. After Khrushchev time, everybody refused from growing corn. Both is wrong. You should find the good middle. Yes? And we were the first to start in this place growing corn. But it is absolutely necessary.
Благодарим. Thank you very much. You're just the heart of Russian hospitality. Yes. A lot of soul, beautiful
Диме
food.
и девочкам, которые готовили наши.
Thank you to everyone who prepared this beautiful table. Yeah, just splendid, like beyond any praise.
You have my cell phone now. It is always with me. WhatsApp is working.
Yes, good. What's up?
You just write, I will always answer. You're welcome anytime. Welcome to our hotel. Welcome to our farm. Welcome to our homes. We would love to have the guests.
Amen.
Спасибо.
Thank you.
На здоровье. На здоровье.
So we are leaving this beautiful farm, Bullock One, and this beautiful group of people from all countries, different cultures, very, very nice. We are hoping to see more people like the MONSONS here, and we're thanking everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, everybody.
Okay.